What's up, Dragon Brood? We're in for another good one today. However, I want to remind everybody, we do have a giveaway coming up in about 6 days. So if you want to be part of it, you do have to remember to subscribe. And then, most importantly, because I got this straight from the horse's mouth at YouTube, I need you to hit the notification bell and select all notifications. That'll increase the odds that you get the notification whenever I send it out for the giveaway and the instructions. So make sure you don't miss that. We have a whole pile of stuff, thanks to Ultra Pro, that we're gonna get to give a lot of stuff away. Now, as for today's video, we're gonna be talking about Abzan Lifegain decks. And the thing here is that we played this earlier in the season, and I'm just kind of trying out some cards from Alchemy, but here's the deal. You can actually play this totally without the Alchemy cards in there if you want to just play regular standard. So don't be intimidated by the fact these exist in here. There are plenty of choices you can play without playing Alchemy cards. But as it is, this is an Alchemy list, so we're going to go ahead and hop right into that deck list and see how this thing does. And again, thanks to Ultra Pro for sponsoring our channel and my efforts and allowing us to do a giveaway. So show them some love over at shop.ultrapro.com if you're thinking about getting some protective gear for your cards. All right, so a lot of this is going to look like what you expect, so I don't think there's a lot of trickery going on here that you need to know about. It's just kind of like card numbers that we're goofing around with. So Lunarch Veteran, obviously, creature comes into play, you gain life. On the back side, you can play it. Then when a creature dies, you gain life. Obviously, we like both sides of that in here. Then one of the new cards is Angel of Unity. This is an uncommon, which makes it pretty easy to include in the list. I could even see a world where you play a fourth one of these, but I'll tell you what I like about this is one, that it has lifelink, so it's a way to continually gain life attacking in the air, which is great. But it also has the ability to make creatures in your hand larger. This is important because if you do want to play something like the Righteous Valkyrie behind it, you can make Righteous Valkyrie a 3/5, which makes it much harder to kill with any type of damage spells or anything. So stuff like that is actually pretty important. Also, when you have a Righteous Valkyrie in play, whenever you're able to make something else a bigger toughness, that's also more life you gain whenever the creature comes in due to the Righteous Valkyrie caring about the creature's toughness. So it's kind of working off of a few things in the list, which is pretty sweet because you didn't really have that before. And again, it's another flying option. Of course, Voice of the Blessed, we all knew that, you know, if you're playing Lifegain, this is kind of the main card you're trying to play. We're playing green, so we're going to go ahead and play some Prosperous Innkeeper, help us with gaining some life, and give us a little bit of extra mana. Cleric of Lifespawn, this is one of the main reasons we have black in here, to be able to gain some extra life every turn, and it's another creature that grows, so we like that. Then Vanishing Verse. This is one that seems kind of simple, but, you know, we got to have some removal, and right now, especially if you're playing Alchemy, you can kind of get rid of a lot of things. You can get rid of Planeswalkers. You can get rid of the Sanguine Brushstroke. Almost all the stuff in the mono green list. Monowhite Aggro. It works against dragons right now. Like, there's a bunch of things this card's actually good against. And honestly, I'm considering going to a fourth one. Then we have Trellisera, another creature that grows whenever you gain life. The Scry is very important on this card too. Then we're playing 3 Elite Spellbinder, just because we want to be able to slow down some of those tricky control decks or whatever, or get something out of the opponent's hand. It just buy you a little bit of time sometimes. And then, of course, Righteous Valkyrie, we were just talking about this card. You're not surprised. You're going to be playing this for sure if you're playing a Lifegain list. Then one of the other new cards we're trying out is Wickerwing Effigy. Now, one of the reasons I wanted to get it does have Defender, so it's not letting you do the aggressive thing, but it is a 1/4, which is nice. It can block quite a few things. It also lets you look at the top of your library at any time, so that helps you strategically. But you can also play creatures from the top of your library. When you do, they come into play as 1/1 black flyers in addition to their other colors, and they still retain all their other abilities. So if you're worried about gaining life, sometimes this could be a situation where you play 2 or 3 things off the top of your library, gain 6, 8, 10 life really quickly, and possibly just end the game on the spot. So it's going to be kind of cool to see how this works out in the list. Now again, admittedly, do I think it's necessary absolutely for this list? No, I don't think that it is. However, it does allow for some cool trickery and things, and that's kind of what we're into sometimes, just to check it out. So again, if you wanted to play this list in regular standard, feel free, and this is one of the cards you could cut with no problem, and there's quite a few easy replacements. I don't think you have to think too hard about what those could be. But yeah, just want to try one out, see how many times we draw it, see if it does anything. Now, one of the other cards we really do like in here is Inquisitor Captain. This might be the best white card out of Alchemy, honestly. It's a 4 mana 3/3 Vigilance, which is great. You can attack with it, still block with it. But the cool part about it is when it comes into play, because we have a ton of things that cost 3 or less, and we have a ton of creatures, you're going to get your choice of 2 creatures. It just puts them in your hand. You get to put one into play and the other into your graveyard. Like, that is hard to beat in a deck where you're trying to just get more creatures in play, trying to gain life. You have things that bounce off of each other and play off each other and have all these triggers. Like, this is kind of an ideal card for this list. So, though you can, again, play without this if you want to play standard, this is a great card in Alchemy. And I will say this too, this is the type of card that you go ahead and craft because you're going to play it in a bunch of white aggro decks anyway, so it's not even going to harm you to make these. Now, you could also play more Aura if you're not playing the Inquisitor Captain, because Aura is still really good. And this is another one of our like sweeper protection cards, right? If you get Blood on the Snow or Meat Hook Massacre or whatever it is, this lets you get 2 or 3 of your creatures back out of the yard and kind of start that life gain cycle all over again. Possibly get a couple of creatures where you're automatically just growing the creatures and boom, 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 you're back to 4/4s and 5/5s like nothing even happened. So yeah, Aura, still really fantastic in here. Lands, we're not doing anything too special. 2 Plains, 2 Swamp, 4 Bright Climb Pathway, 3 Shattered Sanctum, 4 Dark Boar Pathway, 4 Branch Off Pathway, and 3 Overgrown Farmlands. So, and don't forget, everybody, we will have a password in the video somewhere. We're going to be doing a giveaway once a week to everybody. We're going to pick a video. If you respond appropriately to the password in that video, you will be eligible for the giveaway that week. So, good luck. Enjoy the video, and then we'll talk on the other side about things we would change to this list and have a cool card spotlight for you. Opponent goes first, but this seems reasonable. We'll keep this. Let's see what we can do. Alright, what do we got? Oh boy, against a Geist Channeler. What are we gonna do against that? Okay, well, let's see if we can figure some things out here. You know what? I would rather that than the Valkyrie I'm gonna try to play next turn. And that doesn't hurt nearly as badly. Not to say that this Valkyrie can't also die, which it did. Lucky for us, we have more things to play. We did draw a lot of mana this time, though, but they gave us something to spend the mana on, so we are not too upset about it. So I think our plan here is play this. And then see if maybe we could set up something next turn where we get one of our other creatures in play, then maybe a Voice of the Blast, gain some life, do something like that. We'll see if it works, though. I have no idea. We're just taking a shot here. That does work. Oh, getting this on top's really nice, too. We'll be able to play both those next turn. Randomly, these cards get protection from... Wow, you do 3 of them in your opener? Wow, I was going to say, they get protection from Vanishing Verse. But I guess it doesn't really matter, huh? Alright, Key to the Archive probably gets some type of creature kill removal thing, most likely, because that's what a lot of that is. But that's okay, we'll live with that. Sure, we take the hit. Alright, we'll go ahead and play this. Get a 3/3. Play that, and we will attack for a whole 1. Really don't mind this, though, because even if they do sweep the board or something here, we get to draw with all of these tokens, so, seems alright. Divide by 0. Okay, fair enough. Sure, why not? Just go get the thing that lets them draw some cards. That would be the most logical thing to do here. Yep. Alright. I'm going to assume that's some type of Doomscar or some such. Even if it's not, I'm going to live with that assumption. Opponent? Like, I'm assuming you're attacking for one because you're not blocking a flyer. There you go. Well done, well done. We're going to go ahead and draw a card. Oof. Definitely do not want all that. Let's go ahead and play this. See if maybe we entice some things out of the opponent. And we'll attack for one. And end the turn. We'll see what they want to do here. Vanishing Verse still gives us some options. Amaria's Call, sure. Also looks like it means they don't want to play a sweeper of any kind here. Let's draw another card. Okay, okay. That could be a thing. I mean, we can only really get... This would die, so we'd be able to get that back. This would get a Valkyrie back, so... Not a lot to be had here, but something. I guess we gotta try, right? Attack for 6. Alright, so if a sweeper happens, we can get Voice of the Blessed back and a veteran. And that wouldn't be the worst thing here. So we have one aura. And that one's from that one. Alright. So with the aura, I guess we get the Voice of the Blessed back. And then we should have a trigger happening here. Or do we not? No? No? Did we get caught in a void? No, the opponent's highlighting some things. So something's going down. I don't know what. Witness the future, let you put stuff in, shuffle up, look at 4, put 1 into your hand. Sure. So they're probably just looking for yet another sweeper here. Weird, so these both entered the battlefield. So this should have triggered off of this. Huh. I'm wondering why it didn't. Huh. Alright, well another aura doesn't suck, I suppose. What do we do here? Get in the damage where we can. Alright. If it's another sweeper, we just try to set up and do it all over again. Though we probably do just get a Valkyrie because it at least flies. If I were guessing, that's probably the best play. But I mean here, if we can get the captain will put 2 creatures into play. Like that could be pretty big. Captain dying at a 4-cost creature also gives us more flexibility what we can get out of the graveyard. Opponent's probably sitting on creature kill spells and who knows what else here. You can activate a land. Let your land block a thing. Alright. What you got? If they cast anything here, they can't block with their creature land. So, even if it's like bounce a Voice of the Blessed, it's like, okay, sure. Alright. Get in there with those. They can block the Cleric of Lifespawn, and that's fine. They would still take 8, so I'm okay with that. They could have something like Fading Hope here, which would be a bit unfortunate. Oh, that doesn't do anything. Ho, 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 ho. All right. I think we open with Innkeeper. As much as I want to play a turn 2 Cleric of Lifespawn, I think it's actually Innkeeper is the answer here. Though I don't know. It's a little tough. They're playing red. You're probably going to have something that deals 3 damage. So maybe we just play Valkyrie after the Innkeeper. This is going to be a tough one to figure out. Let's see where this goes, because I don't really know right now. Too early to really speculate. Oh, you know what? I needed to play this first if I was going to play. I, for some reason, thought one of these was one of the pathways, and they are not. Oh, no. All right. Well, it looks like we're running a Cleric of Lifespawn out that's just going to die, sadly. That's a boneheaded mistake. That is just absolute stupidity. Ugh. I deserve this, too. This was a completely unavoidable, or completely avoidable circumstance. The only thing that's a benefit here, maybe they just choose not to kill it so they can set up something that means we're going to be dealing with dragons, which is worse. But, you know, is what it is, I guess. If they attack here, I feel almost like we have to block, which sucks, but probably necessary. Well, we're not going to get to, so there you go. Looks like we're dealing with dragons next turn, folks. We're going to need our life gain troops badly. Oh, hey, hold up. That helps a little bit. That will buy us some time. Okay, we'll just pass. Oh, they're going to Spikefield Hazard that too? Okay, cool. They're just like, no, you can't have anything. You're not allowed to have nice things. All right, let's see if it's a dragon or not. All right, there's 4 mana. I have to assume it's some type of dragon, right? You're just getting in there with Magda and that is it? Okay, sure. Townraiser Tyrant. Alright, sure. You probably would pick the green and white one, but, I mean, you only have 1 black, 1 green, so you don't really know what we're playing. Yeah, sure. That's fine. Go ahead and spend the treasure. Kill that thing. I am a bit worried about Inferno with the Star Mounts next turn, if I'm being real. That has potential to be very problematic. Alright, let's do this. Let's do this. Mostly because it gives us maybe a chance to block. It could set up some extra life gain the next couple turns, because this is a cleric. This will gain a life. So we get 2 life, get the cleric. So we would be able to fight back against some of the damage we would take from dragons here. I'm going to Townraiser Tyrant. That's going to be annoying. Don't put it on the same one opponent. That's silly. Yeah, exactly. Spread them out. There you go. Opponent? Ugh. Do I really take the bait on this one? Yeah, alright. Probably just going to get Spikefield Hazard. But we do what we got to do, even when it's not pretty. They didn't have it. Ooh. All right, well, we'll keep that one. Oh, no. Yeah. And then this one we want to get rid of. Want to sacrifice this one. Oh, that was excellent. That was so good. Heck yeah. This is right with what we needed. Oh, yeah. Let that stay on top. Let that stay on top. Heck yeah. All right. I will attack and trade. If you would like to trade, I am down. Like, now we're in a situation where we can race. Even if they have Inferno or whatever. I mean, we're going to gain a bunch of life when we play this thing. Yeah. Here's an Inferno. That's a big hit. Don't get me wrong. Like, that is a big, respectable hit. But opponent's also only at 13, and we're going to have a lot of bodies coming their way. No blocks. Opponent, you might just be dead here, friend. We will decline. And we're going to get all the life here. Yep, all the trigger redos. Yep, we'll put this one into play. More life trigger redos. That one can stay. Look at this. This was so good. Yeah, we get to go first for once. Yeah, we gotta keep this. Not the way I would tend to play this, but like double Cleric of Lifespawn is actually really, really good. So I'm fine just leading on 1, playing this on 2, playing this on 3, and then we'll worry about these after the fact. So while the hand looks a little land-light, it's mostly fine for now. We have plays for the first 3 to 4 turns, regardless of what happens. Okay. Now, this does go sideways a little bit. Opponent just decides they want to Spikefield Hazard this. Okay, they didn't, but they might also be playing Lifegain, which could be a problem. Do we attack and trade here? I think we do. Okay, the opponent chose not to block, so they must need theirs for gaining life. That's sort of what I wanted to see. If they were just playing an aggro deck of some sort, if they were actually playing Lifegain. Okay, so they are playing Lifegain. Okay, well, time to just get in there with our big hitters then, huh? Because we are a bit restricted here on mana, unfortunately. But we knew this would be a thing. And now this is more about just keeping their overall life total down. Just saying like, hey, if this is what you need to do, great. We need to make sure you don't gain a bunch of life the rest of the way. Like, have to keep them down, because if this is a Valkyrie here that had potential to be very bad. But it wasn't. Alright. Now we're going to get to do some things. Do we want to... Yeah, let's go ahead and just play Spellbinder. Let's restrict the opponent on what they can do. Yep. Alright, they're dead. Alright, going first, we have white, we've got green, we've got black, we got everything we want here. So yeah, let's rock and roll. I mean, I say that. We also still need to find things that benefit from us gaining life, but for the short term, this isn't bad. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and play this. And attack. Come on now. Now we got to find something important. If we find any of our 2-mana things... Oh, you are not one of our 2-mana things. Though you could possibly find us one. Which could be important. But... I feel like... I guess we play Innkeeper and then just see how badly we have to blow up that treasure when the time comes. I think we're just going to attack with this. We might need the Vanishing Verse, though. I don't really know. We'll see. Because if the opponent plays like... Well, I don't know. Oh, another pack leader. That's rough, but not terrible. We'll let that slide. Sure. Now, of course, I'm going to draw a land anyway where I could have gotten rid of one, but, you know, you never know what's coming, so. We did not draw it, so I guess it was a good call. All right, let's find something good. Let's find something good. Come on, deck. Don't do us wrong. Ooh, both of those are good. But we're going to go with this. And just to put the onus on the opponent. Like, you're going to have to find something. Ranger class? Sure, sounds good to me. Would you like to level your Ranger class? I would be alright with that. Now right now, it looks like we're going to be taking 4, because I'll block a 3/3 with the captain. 4 puts us at 21. This would come into play, gain us 2, 3, 4. Actually, no, it has 3 toughness, so it would gain us 3, 4, 5. So, be real close to putting us to our target. Not quite. But it would be a real big body. It'd be 4/4 all on its own and be ready to do some battle. And I think that's what the opponent's debating here. Like, if they attack, they're going to get a couple cards, but what am I willing to block with? Because they just don't know. Also depends on what we draw, too. If we find another Valkyrie, we just play the Valkyrie instead. And then we get extra life, and then we get to attack with the Angel of Unity that would put us over the mark. So, that's also possible, too. But here I think we just trade for one of those. Take our 4. That gives us not anything particular, actually. So we're just going to play that. Oh, it did give it. I missed a point. I thought we were going to be at 26. Well, then that's excellent. So then we're going to gain 3 more. Attack with that and that. Yeah. And we have a 6/6 and a 4/6 blocking. I'm down. And we have Vanishing Verses to remove stuff. Like, heck yeah. Packs on pup. Cool. You're on the ground. We don't even care about you. You got a Stormseeker. Your creatures can't even punch through here. We have no fear of vampires in this part of town. Opponent says, all right, I can hit you for 6. How you like that? I'll just let you hit me for 6. You're at 8. I've got some life gain coming, as it turns out. Not that we terribly needed it. And then we will go ahead and exile this thing. And then we will attack and attack. Actually, we can keep this back and just go to 27, right? That's fine? Yeah, that seems okay. All right. Yep, a Tenacious Pup, sure. I guess I could have just blocked with the Cleric of Lifespawn last turn and would have just won this turn. Or would have been real close to it. Something to consider. I mean, they're at 8 now. Like, even if you do that, like, we just block and trade. We don't really care. Like, I really don't. Just that. Opponent on the ground has 1, 2, 3. We could have 7 in the air. We have this to get rid of a thing. Yeah, sure. All right, I'll block. Okay, deck. Sure, why not? Let's get rid of this dude. Do we want to let that... Okay, if we get rid of that, opponent has to block all three of our things across the board to not die. It's like, yeah, let's just do it anyway. Block what you wanna. Like, really doesn't change much. Yep. And we go to 30. Opponent goes to 4. Yep. And that's not going to do it. Awesome. Oh boy, this is actually kind of a tough choice here. All right, we keep. Okay, that makes it a little less painful. Let's go ahead and lead with this. Then I think we want to play a Cleric of Lifespawn because they just help us gain extra life. And then we can battle with dragons a little bit. Though that's actually not a bad choice either. I think we're going to go with this. And I am willing to trade this, actually. Didn't think you were. Now, the hope would be if we draw another land next turn. Mostly because then we could play Cleric of Lifespawn. Then we play this, we're getting 3 triggers when we play a creature. Then we get 3 on the following one, and that would be pretty huge. But now we're going to be staring at possibly Inferno or the Star Mounts next turn. That's going to hurt a bit. But let's see what we can do. Yep. Ooh, can't cast that, unfortunately. That would have been nice. Would have been real nice. So now I kind of have to think about this in terms of where I think the next turn is going to be. Like, if they play a big dragon, we almost have to play this first. It gets to a 4/4. Then maybe we play something and get it to a 6/6 and we can block an Inferno with the Star Mounts. But sadly, I think this means we also can't attack with our Cleric of Lifespawn here. Because if the opponent blocks, then we can't get Voice of the Blessed without drawing a second land to a situation where we can actually block the Inferno. Now, they might just have, like, I don't know, Dragon's Fire or something here. Okay, well, they had an orb, so it's actually a big deal. Dragon's Fire lets them kill the Voice of the Blessed. Oh, they just had a Galazeth. Ooh, that's big. That is a big deal for us, actually. All right, let's draw a land. Come on, land. Come on, land. We did it, team. We did it. Now, the question is, do I put this on? No, I put it on white, because that lets us play both of these. So we're going to do this first. So we're going to get all the life gain possible. Then we're going to play this one. Now we have a big bad blocker. And we can attack and attack because that has vigilance. All right. Such a quick turnaround, and we're back to 18 life. Bring the pain, opponent. Can't even sweep the board here where it matters. Like, I'm tempted to not even block here if they attack with anything. Because as it stands, they have to play an additional blocker just to not die. Goldspan, sure. Really? What kind of sorcery is this? Alright. I won't block anyway. Sure. That just seems weird. I don't even know what the real goal was there. Like, if I block, is there anything they could have done 5 with? Maybe? Town Razor, that ain't gonna get you there. I mean, it'll keep you from dying. That's about it. We can take 4 here with no problem, because the opponent's gonna have to block with all their stuff. We're gonna gain no less than 4 life here, so sure. We'll keep our lands. Go ahead and play this. Gain lots many life. Okay. Go ahead and get in there with Airbody. I mean, you got to block all the big uns. Unless you can kill, I guess, a Cleric of Lifespawn. You could shoot that for 4, maybe. How are you shooting that for 6? Oh, because you had a Tiamat in hand. Whoa. Whoa. Tiamat's on the loose. That's what they were hoping why we would block. Oh, see, if we would have blocked, they would have killed this off. Oh, that's so sick. They had Tiamat undercover. Sneaky, sneaky opponents. I like it. I like it a lot. Wow. That is awesome. That is awesome. I'm not even mad at them. That is just cool as hell. Okay. Well, good news is we can handle Tiamat. Yep. Your 7/7 has no power here. Yeah, I'm not even sure what the opponent's play is here. Like, they have to trade us 2 creatures a turn to not die. I mean, like, I guess they could spend 2 on the first voice, and then they could block the other one. But then they only have 5 mana? Yeah, exactly. The Whelp will make something cheaper, so you can maybe cast 2 next turn. If you drew a land. But then you're kind of still back to the same situation. We can let the second one go. That's fine. That's cute. All right. Well, we attack. I mean, I guess I could attack with Angel of Unity. That would also let our stuff gain a life. Okay, the opponent did not want to double block to kill off a Voice of the Blessed. I wonder if they're waiting to try to find another Dragon's Fire here. I mean, at this point, we just need to find anything. Any green land lets us cast the Prosperous Innkeeper, which gives us more life and more counters. If we can find a Voice of the... I mean, a Valkyrie would be great. Like, we have so many things we could draw here. Anything, any green land, no other lands, or any creature. Oh, if we could find the captain here, that would be awesome. Captain would be bonkers good right now. Let's draw that. Yeah, sure. Because we'll gain 2 life here. We gain 1 from the block and 1 whenever it dies. Because of the Luminous Phantom. Yeah, exactly. Alright, this is probably the first tough, problematic hand we've drawn, but we're going to go ahead and keep it. Because if we do find a white land in our opener, that kind of makes this all very smooth. We didn't. So we're going to go ahead and do this. And then I think our plan's going to be open with Angel of Unity next turn. See if the opponent wants to just kill it or not. And whenever you cast a non-creature spell, it deals 1 damage to each opponent. Seems fine. Don't want to run out either. We don't run out Cleric of Lifespawn just yet. Let's put the bonus counter on the Cleric of Lifespawn. That's likely to be what we play second here. Possibly. We'll see. Okay. There you go. Well, we're at 19. We're at 18, actually. Going to attack her another one. Okay, well, this is all we can cast, so it's a good thing we chose to do what we did. Though, that being said, we probably should have played Luminarch Veteran first. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. Because it's possible Cleric of Lifespawn dies here. If we get a land, we probably could land a couple of Spellbinders back-to-back and then go from there. I think that'd be smarter. Yeah, we assume we're going to lose a couple of creatures here. Especially being stuck on mana, so I'm not too concerned about it. That's not going to do a whole lot that we're really worried about here. Sadly, this just does what it does by itself. I mean, we knew this hand had potential to be problematic, so... Nothing you can do here. You just don't draw the land, you don't draw the lands. Ooh, Burgee, that's a good one. Yeah, no blocks. Okay, we found some more mana. What to do with this? We kind of waited for this moment, so let's go ahead and play a Spellbinder. Yeah, that's fine if that dies. We're not all that worried about it. What else you got? Expressive Innovation, Royal Eruption. How do we feel about these cards? Alright, let's slow that down. I mean, they can still use it, which they probably will, to get rid of a creature here and then attack us for 4, which deals 5, so would make sense. Especially if you get a land here, you can still do both of those, so that's fine. I mean, the good news is, if we can find mana, we do have the life gain options here, which can get us out of trouble, but we only have a couple of turns before those just aren't going to be any good. Okay, so I guess I could have found another burn spell here with the iteration, which would make sense. Okay, there you go. That'll get you there. Yep. Okay, we almost really just want to draw a land for our captain here, I think. I think that's really what we want to do. Bonus X kind of neat. I mean, I feel like if we had mana, they wouldn't really do a whole lot here, though. But it's cool. Yep. And we take a pile of damage. I mean, we're effectively dead. Yeah, we never drew anything there, unfortunately. Needed a 4th land. Okay, we will keep this, I think. Yeah, we'll keep. I mean, because we can go Innkeeper, and then the following turn, Innkeeper into Voice. Ooh, or we could Innkeeper into Valkyrie into Valkyrie. There's a lot of things we could do here, actually. Don't hate any of the options, believe it or not. Oh, that's a card we hadn't seen in a good minute. Huh, that's kind of cool. Oh, actually, gosh dang. I should have put I should have put this on green and that on white. And then I could have played this and this next turn. Maybe I'll draw a white land. Or not. That's what I get for wrecking myself. But we can still do this. And do this. Saving the Righteous Valkyrie in case they have a kill card here. We'll find out some information. Ah, see, they did have it. So I want to use that as an opportunity. So if we do draw another land, we could still like Righteous Valkyrie into Trelicera, Righteous Valkyrie into Voice of the Blessed. Got to be a little crafty sometimes. We did not find what we were looking for, but this also isn't bad either. So let's go ahead and just land this. No attacks. Opponent gets to play something for 4 for free. Nope, they're just going to scry because they didn't have anything in hand. I'm down to 2 cards with 5 mana. they attack, we won't block here. They don't know that, but like, we were definitely not going to block. Now it's a matter of which of these we want to lead with. I kind of want to lead with, this would end up being, we could do Cleric of Lifespawn and then this. That'd be pretty rough, but all right, sure. And then we just go ahead and play this so we can scry, put some lands up top. Yep, I can stay. Alright, I feel safe attacking for 4 in the air. And we got a lot of damage coming next turn now, so I don't know what the opponent's plan is. Yeah, you can kill the Valkyrie. Go for it. We got backup Valkyries. We got the heat. We're also at 39 life, so we're not really in that big of a hurry here for things to be a concern. Yep, and this is why we slow rolled those Valkyries in the early game. It's hard to throw this one away, so we're going to keep it. If it's wrong, it's wrong. Ooh, playing against green, so we need to draw our lands because we may not be able to grow our creatures fast enough to take advantage of what's about to go down. We actually need to draw like land here, really. Or just get brave and leave mana up for a Vanishing Verse. Hope they don't have a... boy, do we? Alright, we just pass. I think we're going to try to just Vanishing Verse something here. I think that's our best plan. We take 4. 5. Yeah. Alright. Take the hit. Mostly just to see if they have a troll here before we do anything else. Because I don't know. They might. Okay. Well, they obviously have a Snakeskin Veil. Oh, they didn't. I thought that was the whole thing they were waiting for there. Whoa. Well, then. That was highly unexpected. Okay, sure. I mean, a chariot or something? There's a troll. Now you get to fight something. Yep, that makes sense. All very intriguing. Okay, we're going to save that. I think we're going to try to see if we can find something to set up things for next turn. Ooh. Another Lunarch veteran would be really good here, wouldn't it? But I think we're going to go ahead and do this. Probably should have taken the Lunarch veteran, by the way, because of what we had in hand. But I'm going to ride with this. And here we can kind of just double block. Oh, no. Oh, no. All right, we take 8. Mostly because we know we have a bunch of life gain and stuff here. How do we just want to do this? So if we play this, we're going to gain 1, 2. This is going to become a 5, 5. This is going to become a 4, 4. So that's 9. We could actually do that, but we could double block. Don't know how exciting that is. We could block across the board, actually, and lose the Trelicera, not care. If we play this, we gain 4. No, we still just gain 2. Or we do this. Gain 2. This becomes a 5, 5. Then we have 5, 5, 3, 3, 3, 3. If Aura dies, we could get something back. They probably just killed Trelicera, though, but then we have a backup Trelicera. If we play this, unfortunately, we risk losing both of those, but I think it's still the correct option, so let's do it. Could potentially scry something to the top. I think we'll keep that, mostly because the idea is we're going to lose a Trelicera here. We're going to lose Trellisera and the voice, but now we could play Valkyrie plus Trellisera, and hopefully that's enough. If they fight something pre-combat here, we just die. I think is the real story here. Well, we don't die. We could just single block, but bleh, you know, that's not great. So we are in a little bit of a rough spot. I mean, opponent's really going to put us to the test here. Okay, so they're going to activate Faceless Haven. Alright. So they can attack with everything. I mean, unfortunately, we have to just triple block up, right? Is that our only real choice? Yeah. Triple block up on the troll, I think, is it right now. Ugh, this hurts, but I think it's what we got to do. Take 6, go to 3. I mean, obviously, you kill off the Trellisera and the voice. I would think so. Unless maybe they're smart and just say, hey, Trellisera's legendary. You might have another one. Okay, no, they're killing them off for us. All right, so they did what we needed them to do. Another pup. All right. Fair enough. Let's see. Yeah, we got to do it like this to gain max life, I think. Yeah. That gets to stay. Alright, no attacks. We survived a turn. This doesn't give things trample, fortunately. Now the plan here may just be block with the Inquisitor Captain. And then we get to play this, gain 1, 2, play this, gain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think is the plan here. Not really sure what the plan would be otherwise. I think that's all we're doing here. Alright, opponent doesn't want to get in there with the pups, so we will just block with this. Because it doesn't have any other real value to us other than being one more body we could block with when they make the troll for next turn. Oh, well, they have a backup troll. Gee, thanks. And now it's a 10-10. Come on, Vanishing Verse? It's kind of what we're looking for here. Lunark Veteran, do you really help us? Probably not. Well, Nah, you're not going to be enough. You're not what we're looking for. We get 3 more Scry triggers here. Not that. Okay, I guess that'll have to do. No attacks. Now, the good news is we can block and get a variety of things back here. Yeah. Okay, cool. Wow, some of those games were crazy, yo. Like, I actually enjoyed those. So this deck was a lot of fun. We raced up into Diamond with no real problem. Now, one of the things I will say is I would like to have an additional captain in the deck, an Inquisitor captain. And I wanted more removal. So I probably will find a way to play like an additional Vanishing Verse or maybe even like 2 Infernal Grasp. Because honestly, we didn't have that many non-creature things we were worried about right now in Alchemy. So I think that's the way we want to lean here and hedge our bets. So that means we're probably going to cut like 1 Spellbinder, I would think. And I'm not sure what else yet. The effigy can come out for sure, but we'll figure it out. But the final list is going to have those changes made to it because I think that helps the deck out just a little bit. And it's really good in the mirror, right? If you have more sweepers to get rid of your opponent's life gain things, or they're bigger creatures, that's going to be all you need if you get rid of 1 or 2 of them. So yeah, we're going to take that approach and see how it works out for us. Now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about a Johnny, Mentor of Heroes. This is one of those cards that really didn't get its shine on in Standard at any point, but now the card is actually worth like 10 or 11 bucks, which is kind of cool. Took a long time to get there, but this was exactly the type of card, if I were going to play a Planeswalker in this list, that we'd be looking for, right? You can +1, put counter on, put a +1/+1 on up to 3 things, which is kind of what we want to do anyway with our deck. And then the other is another +1. You can look at the top 4 cards, I think it is, of your deck, and then choose a creature and put it into your hand. So like when we're digging and trying to find certain life gain things or whatever, like that's ideal. And then randomly at the end, you get to gain 100 life. I don't know what that would matter, but it's a thing you could do if you wanted to. But really the first 2 abilities are so good, they'd be perfect in this deck. So yeah, easily came to mind. But yeah, if you're one of those people who remembers when this card wasn't worth anything, congratulations, you now have like a $10 card. Now don't forget, if you want today's deck list, it will be down in the description below, where you can come by also and see links in the description for our Facebook gaming page. If you want to catch more footage of this deck there or other stuff, you also can come by on the streams where we're playing some stuff live and you can have input on stuff, or just come by the Discord if you want to get deck help or talk about all the different formats. We have so much stuff going on, so be sure to check that out. Also, don't forget, you can join the channel, participate, be active, have your stuff here shown up on the channel. You can dictate what we're going to show. So much stuff going to be going on there. And it's a good way to support us in lieu of having to have a Patreon account. And of course, if you haven't, remember, please like, subscribe, share, all that wonderful stuff. That helps so very much. And importantly, when you subscribe, please hit the notification bell. Hit all notifications, because that is super important. I heard it from the people at YouTube. So please do that. It helps me out a lot. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.